Welcome to the long-awaited review of Rob Zombie's Munsters movie. Well, I just got done doing a virtual signing. I do it every October now. This is my third one for Music City Toys, and I was joined by the lovely Angelina Love and SoCal Val. Had a lot of fun, especially chatting with the fans, and I felt this was the best time for me to record this video since I'm in the attire. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've seen some of my other videos about Rob Zombie doing the Munsters movie, I was really hoping that he would pull through for me because he's a legit Munsters fan. But I also felt that unfortunately Sherry Moon Zombie would get on my nerves as Lily Munster, and I wasn't quite sure about the fella who played Herman Munster. I should have wrote it down and been nice and organized, but I didn't. I forget his name. But that's exactly what happened. I think the movie was beautifully shot. I was fine with it not being in black and white. It was very Rob Zombie-esque, and I liked it. I thought it was like, I loved the colors. I loved how he would use certain effects to kind of just put the vibe of what was going on. So I totally give props to that. I didn't care for the storyline too much because if you're a true Munsters fan, you know that there's some different dips in there. And I don't know why, but why was the Nosferatu character in there so much? We could have done without it. And I really feel that the film kind of dragged on with stuff that didn't need to drag on. And then at the end, they were like, oh my gosh, we ran out of time, so let's just wrap it up real quick. So that was the vibe I felt it had. I really had my hopes set on that it would be done in a more original Munsters kind of vibe, just because when I was checking in on the development of the movie, Rob Zombie had characters in there like Zombo, who, unless you watch the Munsters and you know it, you kind of don't know who that is. So I felt like giving that nod to that character and to the Munsters fans out there that would know who that is, there would be more detail about the backstory. I felt they should have kept true to the reason why they moved was because they were going to go take care of Marilyn. That was the whole thing. There was no mention of Marilyn. And I really wish that they would have rounded up the whole story at the end with, like, maybe Lily takes a pregnancy test and she realizes she's pregnant or something like that. So kind of just brings the whole story to the beginning of how we knew it. What she already had Eddie, there was already Marilyn. I think that would have made me like it more, I feel. And sadly, Sherry Moon Zombie really gave me anxiety with her interpretation of Lily Munster. I've always been, here's the thing, people always think I'm all about Elvira, and I like Elvira, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to Elvira versus Lily Munster, it's Lily Munster all day long for me. Like, I love Lily Munster, Yvonne DiCarlo. And I really, 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 really like Elvira, but I think because of my look, people just always associate Elvira. But dude, Lily Munster all the freaking way. And to me, Lily Munster always came off as a confident woman, um, felt comfortable in her own skin kind of woman. And that's not the interpretation I got from Sherry Moon Zombie at all. It was exactly what I thought. Very like this. Oh, whoa. And that's not how Lily is. And it gave me anxiety. It made me triggered to when I'm around people who are really nervous and they don't know what to do with themselves. They're not so confident. And then I can get an uneasy feeling. I really thought the Grandpa Munster character was going to get on my nerves, but he actually did a really good job. So props to him. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as when I watched Tommy Boy for Gutting the Sacred Cow. I'll give it that. I won't be watching it again. It's not something I'm interested in watching again. But I've seen worse. And again, I love the art direction. I love me some good art direction in a film or a TV show. And I really enjoyed, like I said, the colors, the lighting, the props. I thought it was really done well, especially like an example when Lily and Herman first see each other. There's like hearts behind them that almost look like it's projected behind them, and they're kind of like spinning. Or there's a part where Grandpa Munster like he's gonna faint, and like behind him is this black and white swirly thing. I loved it. I thought it worked, but and then the guy who plays Herman Munster, his voice cracked a lot. And Herman Munster doesn't, he's another one. He's confident with who he is. He's comfortable in his own skin. Yeah, sometimes he gets caught up and he gets a little too cocky or whatever, and different things, like when he thought he was going to be in movies, and the for those Munster watchers out there, and it was really just con man trying to kill him so they can get the insurance money. So it's like he's had these moments where he's a little too cocky, a little too much, but it doesn't talk like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not Herman Munster. The essence wasn't there. And so it's like, for me, when you have two people that didn't capture the essence of the main characters of who they're supposed to be, it just kept taking me out of the story. And like I said, there was just parts of it for me that just really, really lagged on, and they could have shortened it and then put in some other filler stuff and information. I feel that would have made it a better story to be told. But I don't know. And I'm not saying that Sherry Moon Zombie is bad and is a bad actress. I said this before and I'll say it again. One of the inspirations for my Ariel character in WWE was Baby Firefly from House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. So totally giving her props on that. She did really good in those roles. I even think she was really good in Halloween that Rob Zombie did. But not every role is meant for every actor or actress. And I just I didn't buy her as Lily Munster. Now, if this was a movie about not Herman and Lily, but these ghoulish characters, maybe I would have liked it more. But because the Munsters are so dear to my heart and soul, and like growing up, and then eventually my wrestling character, because of course when I was Ariel, another inspiration, my first inspiration was Lily Munster. If you guys remember, I had that blonde streak in my hair. That was my nod to Yvonne DiCarlo. It's like, it just didn't do anything for me. Bunch of fluff. And I love fluff sometimes, but not this fluff. It didn't work for me. And that is my review. I was gonna do like a deeper, detailed one where I was gonna like, in my head, I was like, I'll rewatch it, do a reaction, but I just don't want to rewatch it. I think I have better things to do with my time than that. So there you have it. What did you guys think? Did you watch it? Did you like it? Did you kind of like it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? Leave me comments in the comment section below, and maybe I'll do another video talking about your guys' comments and saying my 2 cents of what I think of your comments. All right, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this video, to this channel, and I'll be talking to you soon. Adios.